Hey gang, it's Joe Bell, and if you've been playing at home, welcome back. For the rest of you, we're going to talk about some real estate investment stuff. We've already kind of been digging in along the way. A few key points. Been an investor for quite a number of years here. I've been in real estate for 14 years. We traditionally have about 1.5 to 2 million in investments wrapped up at any given time. And you are watching the 30 Days to Real Estate investment map, which you see there. This is my brain downloaded onto this map with many different categories. It looks really, really cool in comparison to how it all comes out. Remains to be seen. But basically, I just took my brain and did a download, and there's a ton of tips, tricks, strategies, contracts, spreadsheets, all kinds of stuff that is on this map, and it is available for purchase for the grand total of $9. Primarily because I want to help people get into real estate investment. I think it's an amazing tool for truly being a vehicle to get you to where you want to go. So that's the reason that we're doing all this. I left off diving into the future of real estate, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into that piece of it right now. So future of real estate. Obviously, nobody has a crystal ball. All I'm going off of is my 14 years of experience, along with some of the factors, some of the changes, the innovations, the evolution in the real estate industry, and doing my best to create a story that I think can play out as we move forward into the future. One of the big pieces that we're being impacted with right now is, oops, didn't mean to steal that, is this corporate investors buying up inventory. So you're all fairly familiar with Airbnb, right? VRBO, all that fun stuff. Short-term rentals have smacked the real estate investment game. Absolutely in a positive way for the most part, because let's take a step back. The whole new philosophy in technology and tech startups within several different disruptive industries are making you the source, giving you the control to be the source, right? So with Uber, you could go and play taxi driver. With Airbnb, you can now open up a hotel and your own rental, right? There's so many different technologies that are moving forward. And as a result, what we've seen is with the short-term rental Airbnb scenarios, it's starting to impact the hotels. And I think you have a lot of corporate entities gathering up masses of amount of money, like billions of dollars, and now going in to buy up a ton of real estate inventory because, as I put it here below, we're becoming a population of renters, right? We rent somebody's ride ability with Uber. We can go in and we can rent our own cars on Turo. We can rent a room. We can rent a house through Airbnb. Everything is just this population of renters because we've been overtaken with this ideology of wanderlust and exploring and traveling and all the cool stuff that goes into that. Down with the corporate warehouses of the past. Now it is freedom and flexibility and experiences, right? So nobody wants to own anything anymore, which for real estate investors, I think is a prime opportunity because they're still going to need a place to stay. And last I checked, there wasn't any major plagues killing off huge percentages of the population, right? And that's going to continue and continue. So for me, I look at it and I see corporate entities really starting to make an impact in some of the bigger markets where there's a lot of people, big populations, and an opportunity to disrupt the hotel side of the world. But let me make one comment on that. The hotels are now going and buying up Airbnb rental type properties so that they can control inventory, right? At the end of all this conversation, it's inventory. You ever play Monopoly? Control the inventory, control the game. So just to kind of give you a brief synopsis of where I think it's going in the future with these corporate entities is that they're going to look to buy up inventory, and ultimately that's going to start to impact our ability to go and find really good properties for some of these short-term rentals. And what would potentially hurt us worse is if we had a dip in the market, because it would, one, provide a bunch of fear, two, potentially reduce our ability to keep buying properties, and three, potentially give the corporate entities a leg up because they've raised billions and billions of dollars. And my guess is that they're probably more of a long tail success curve where they're saying, hey, 5, 7, 10, 20 years down the line is when we really want to see the returns on this. So it could give them an opportunity. Why does that all matter? It's more so for philosophy, right? Right now you don't care. You're like 30 days to my next real estate investment. Let's get into that, all right? So here's my little blurb on population of renters. Nobody wants to own anything, Uber, Netflix, Turo, all that. So one other important aspect, right? The majority of the population, myself included, I've been a consumer for a large portion of my life, right? Consume this, buy that, get this, acquire this, blah, 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 blah. We need to start thinking in terms of being the producer. We provide a rental opportunity. We provide a property for purchase. We provide a contract for somebody to purchase, right? We are now providers, no longer consumers, unless it's just a damn good deal that we can't pass up on, right? Don't tell my wife I said that, because she'll run down to Nordy's rack and be like, everything's a deal. Anyway, I digress. So that point I made about the people that are working, wanting to spend their money on wanderlust versus buying anything, I see that really taking effect now. And it's something to think about when you're moving forward with like a fix and flip. I don't see this going away anytime real soon. That's just something to keep in mind and, kind of keep a finger on the pulse. All right. So we've already kind of dove into some of the goals and mindset side of things. So, let's see. Day 2, I'm just wondering, let's go ahead and dive into this. So, how much do you need? So, first and foremost, we probably need to take a step back and go, really, where do you want to focus? And when I say focus, I mean exit strategy. So what are you looking to do? Are you looking to fix and flip? Are you looking to wholesale? How much money do you have? How much money do you not have? Really anymore, we just look for opportunities. So if you found a really cool opportunity to buy a contract for $15,000, that'd be an amazing number, for $15,000 and then sell it for $25,000 and make the middle, that's a fun opportunity. So we're always looking for, that type of opportunity. So you need to just look at your philosophy. What makes the most sense for you right now? If you've got a little bit of money or if you have some resources, that'll allow you to go in a different direction versus no money, I guess those are kind of one and the same. And really what vein we need to stay in out of the gate. So how much money do you need? I'm really talking about more of a fix and flip type scenario. So purchase price, cost of repairs, holding costs. Really it's a guess out of the gate unless you have the experience to go in there and say, well, to replace that vanity, it's going to be this much. And to flip this bathroom, it's going to be this much. And again, that's where the coaching and mentor aspect comes into play, having somebody that can potentially help you in that. So if we don't have any money, we need to go and find some money. So who has the money, right? We can talk about private money. So friends, family, acquaintances, You can look at some hard money opportunities. The challenge with hard money is that it's going to cost you a lot of money. Hard money costs a lot of money. Yeah, because you're dealing with sharks and investors that are looking to drive a high percentage return, and typically it's fairly short term, right? 6 to 8 months, somewhere in there. Friends and family are a really great option. You just have to be prepared that if you pay Uncle Bob 2 months late, Uncle Bob might hold that above your head for the next 17 holiday dinners. So I'll leave it at that. You can, at your own discretion, kind of make those decisions. So there's institutional rehab money out there. So different government programs, impact zones, revitalization zones. Definitely an area that you'll want to keep in mind as you get more experience in the industry. It's not something I see playing out of the gate unless there's a foreclosure that you can go and buy. They're offering special financing and a rehab loan to go in and fix it up. That's where I see that coming into play. But some of the bigger government programs require a little more of a stroke. So HELOC, if you have some funds available in your own house, you can go and get 75% LTV. Shoot, there's some programs that will allow you 90% LTV. And what that means is essentially you can pull a loan on what the gap between what you owe and 90% of value, right? So if you're looking at, let's say you have a home that's worth $200,000, 90% of value is 180 and you owe 120. And you can find opportunities where they'll loan you the 60 in between. You just got to go and look real hard at the interest rates and what it's going to cost you on a monthly to do something like that. Cash is always king, and having access to it will really help you be able to make more decisions and take advantage of more opportunities. So I will harp hard on you all the time to continue to be looking for cash opportunities, whether that's through an older couple that has a self-directed IRA or an old investor type. I mean, there's so many different opportunities. I don't know why I went to old people first and foremost. Typically, they have the equity, they have the money, and what else are they doing, right? So, no offense, older folks. So what are you offering in exchange? So, outside of the rates and the points, is there some sort of creative equity play or different terms and conditions that will help you solidify money, resources, or opportunity? And it's just something to kind of think about as we're going through this. On day 7, we dive into a little more of the creativity side of things. So. And then one of my totally unintended areas of opportunity is social media. Holy moly. You just need to start posting on social media about being an investor, having an investor mindset. Go film some junked up houses and talk about the opportunity. Just talk about real estate investing, because man, it's amazing how many people will all of a sudden start to go, hey, I see what you're doing, and we want to put some money towards real estate investment. Maybe they're not giving you money, but maybe they are saying, would there be an opportunity to align? Maybe there's some synergy. Maybe there's, something that could work out for you based on just putting it out there that you are now more focused on real estate investing, you are real estate investing, or you are searching for a real estate investment. Honestly, I've had so many stones unturned as a result of continuously talking about real estate investment online. And we can talk a little bit more about that. That's more in the coaching program than what we cover here, primarily based on how to get you more resources and more access to opportunities through social media. So that's everything in regards to the resources. I know I kind of flew through that one, but realistically, it's a matter of brainstorming and continuing to ask and look for opportunities. So, all right, we'll see you on the next video.